And finally, this fight may not be about a world title belt, but it is the one showdown you don't want to miss, as former boxing champion Roy Jones Jr. takes on fast-rising Denis Lebedev. The two square off on Saturday at Moscow's Dynamo Sports Centre, and Robert Vardanyan takes a closer look at the men in question.
We've seen him box in the ring, and now we've seen him sing there. An open training session in the Russian capital, letting people know firsthand the new interest song of Roy Jones Jr., who has even had an eye for the ladies, handpicking the card girls for Saturday's showdown, although there is always serious side.
I don't care. I mean, come on. You can whoop me. That's what I'm here for. I want to see. You gotta, don't tell me, show me. That's what I am. That's why I chose boxing. I can't blame nobody but me. If you can beat me, beat me.
That's the message to Denis Lebedev, the man who is now facing the pretty rare experience of being a strong favorite against Roy Jones, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the history of the sport, in Moscow this Saturday night. Lebedev is Russia's biggest cruiserweight hope, with experts considering the 31-year-old to be the world's #1 in this division. 21 wins speak for themselves, with the only loss in his career coming from a very controversial split decision in the bout against reigning WBO champion Marco Huck.
If you're in Germany and you're fighting a guy from Germany and you don't totally destroy him, you're probably not going to win. I've seen some guys go over there and totally destroy the guy and still get called a draw. So now you can't really judge it off of that. You know what I mean? You got to know that if you lost a close decision in Germany, you probably won, without a doubt.
This time around, Lebedev will fight on home soil. And what is even more important, the Russian southpaw is training under the guidance of a man who's been there and done everything. Former undisputed world junior welterweight champion Kostya Due.
When Denis steps in the ring for this bout, I want him to be an aggressive, hungry and aspiring fighter, thinking, I'd rather die than lose. That's the feeling I didn't have in my last bouts, and neither does Roy now. Plus intelligence. That's what Denis is going to have in this bout. He has to be smarter. It's possible, even against Roy Jones. The point is that he knows Denis and what he's able to do in the ring. My task is to change something and make Lebedev produce a lot of surprises for Jones.
That really takes working hard. Captain Hook is 42 now. In some respects, though, he's still the same. As part of his greatness has always been having fun, both in and outside the ring.
Very hard to choose. Very good looking women here in Russia. I never saw such beautiful women in Moscow before. I never knew they had such beautiful women.
But I guess in this bout you've been knocked down a few times, right?
You know, a couple times, yeah.
So who's gonna win the fight?
We love Roy Jones and he will win!
Robert Vardanyan, RT, Moscow.